Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Handstands, and this is my first old school RuneScape guide for chinning. Now, this is mainly intended for peers, but if you're, of any level, um, you know, that should work fine too, until you, kind of gear up, improve the account a little bit, excuse me. And so I'm basically going to go over the items, stat requirements, quest, anything that you need to get to this point, and what you want to achieve and grind at Skeletal Monkeys. And we'll go from there. All right, so for the requirements for this, you need 75 range and 43 prayer. Now I went in with 70 range. Now you could be ballsy like me. If you have the money, go ahead and do it. But 75 range is the recommended. You want to get consistent hits and, utilize your XP as much as possible. So 75 is something I suggest for sure. If you want to, go for 45 or 44 at least, you can get Eagle Eye or use Hawkeye, whatever each. So and for the quest, Haunted Mine is for the Salve Amulet. Now I'll get back to these with the Salve Amulet Anguish. There's a lot of controversy with that, but Haunted Mine, if you want to get the Salve Amulet, and Monkey Madness, you want to make sure you have Monkey Madness started, and do not finish it, because if you do, then you will talk to Dario, which is the guy that takes you to the island. He'll give you defense XP, and your account goes bye-bye. So, make sure you just have Monkey Madness started. Do not finish it. Whatever you do, it will ruin your account. But that's pretty much it as far as quest. Whatever. I'm sure there's quest requirements for Haunted Mine. So for this is 19 mil, right? And this is free by doing a quest. Now, the imbued is the most important part. So if you wear the imbued, you get 16% all styles. Now, if you do not imbue it, it's only for melee. So if you imbue it, it's from range and magic. So this is something to remember. You can enchant this for a 5% increase to 21, but you have to have 40 Slayer, and you need to kill Tarn in Tarn's Lair, which is somewhere by the Haunted Mine where you do the quest. But if you do not have that, just imbue it. It's still good. Now, I've gotten 320k hourly experience with the Salve Amulet, and I've gotten roughly 300k with the Anguish. Now, this is something where you kind of got to consider, if you don't want to wait around, do the requirements for the quest and get the Salve Amulet, just spend 20 mil and just start grinding right away. So it's either or. But with this setup right here, with the whole thing, not including the chins, but with the book, the Archer's Ring, this is 9 mil, roughly 9 mil. Now with the Anguish, it is 27 mil. So I'm presuming most of you that have a budget, or that you're ready to chin, hopefully have some good gear. But if not, there's always options, of course. It just make your trip harder. Maybe if you can't get the Salve Amulet, you can swap it out for Fury. You miss out on, so right here, this is my current setup right here. So you get 137 range bonus and 15 prayer. So it's in between, because you can go all out if you want to, go all out either, or you're just going to really miss out on prayer. And, you want to utilize your trip for as long as possible. You want to, you don't want to go just burning through prayer potions and all that. You want to last there. You don't want to, have a bunch of leftover chins. You want to get the most out of it. So prayer is definitely key for this, without a doubt. But anyways, yes, but if you're on a budget, Fury's just as good. I would not suggest the leather body, because it's a 2 stat difference for range compared to the prayer you get. So that's definitely one thing. Fury, You can go with the Avas. It's a 4+ difference, with 3+ difference with the prayer, but it's up to your taste, it's whatever preference. But the better, is whatever. And you can also swap these out with Ranger boots if you have these. Swap out the Holy Sandals. It's all about playing around with the prayer bonus in the range, because these are the most important. So you can use Ranger boots if you don't want to, and then you could use an Ava, and still keep 15 prayer. So that's the original setup. So you can flip flop around with that, but instead, let's just say you want to use leather body and you want to use investment cloak for 12 prayer, still keep the range bonus, or use the Fury, for example, instead of this. But I recommend the Salve amulet over all the other amulets, just because the amount of experience I get per hour for that. But it's optional, of course, whether you're on a budget or not. But yeah, this is my current setup, so we'll go with that. And I'm gonna get with the inventory and setup and stuff, so be right back. Okay, so this is my current setup, or inventory setup at least. I brought the blowpipe and the magician gear for the purpose of this video. So healing is something, we're 1 def, that's the most important part. You can bring sharks if you don't have proper mage gear, or a blowpipe, bring sharks, or a few Cerebrus in the recipe stores, something to balance that per se. But your HP will fall during the whole entire time you're down at that cave for the skeletal monkeys. So the only way to combat that is by casting blood burst or blood rush. Now you need desert treasure completed for this. If you do not have desert treasure, you cannot use these, and you must have 68 mage or 56, whatever. But I bring a 3-way switch. Now you can just use 2-way, maybe just hold on to the chins, 2-way like this, mage bonus, burst, or but yeah, if you don't have desert treasure, you can use a blowpipe, use a blowpipe spec to heal up, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So for potions, I take divine raging potions, because these are like overloads. They have a 5-minute timer compared to normal ones where it just drains over time. I like to have mine set for these because I'm at 86 range. I don't like it to drain over time. So these are 2k each though, and note, these do take 10 HP every single time you sip it. So that's something you might want to take into consideration while you're down there. Say your health keeps dropping, you can't keep up, take normal ranging potions. But yeah, so 10 minutes, just did that. It's got a 5-minute timer, and it sticks at my range. Then you bring antidote, for the poison, stamina, because you're going to be running down there quite often. And the rest pretty much prayer pots, a teleport, and a rune pouch. Now, if you do not have a rune pouch, this is for the blood burst. This is for the healing. If you do not have a blood pouch, you're going to have to, minus some spots up, clear some spaces. I bring a ring of wealth, or like a glory, because I've had times where I've accidentally clicked on the teleport, like the teleport tablet, and it teleported me while I was like still in the trip. So I like to bring one of these, so you can right click it, or you got to rub it, and it just shows that you're focused. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk you through how to get there, the strategies that I use, and that's pretty much it. So be right back. Okay, so I'm assuming most of you know how to already get here, but if you're stuck here, you talk to Dario, take you there, you talk to Wadar, travel there. It's a 3-way transportation, so hopefully you guys already get the memo, and yeah, just make your way over there, if you want to go extra. Hold this. I didn't charge my prayer up, so I'll take a sip. But yeah, with this prayer, it's pretty good because it lasts a long time. Even if you just sit at protect from melee rather than Hawkeye or Eagle Eye, it's a big difference. And also another thing I want to mention is only bring about 1,000 shins, maybe 1,250 within this range. Do not bring any others, because if you die, you lose it all. So there's been times where I bought like 4 or 5K without even knowing, and I've lost it all. So make sure you guys know that, pay attention to that, and, always pay attention to your health. But, yeah, you pretty much go, pretty much straightforward, nothing too complicated. You get there, make sure you brew up, sip up, already drink a potion. And, yeah. Also, when I mentioned the experience per hour, which was 320K with the Salve amulet, this is at my level, 86. So it could be different at your level. You could be 80 range, or you could be much lower or much higher. But just take note of that if I'm getting 320K at this level at 86 range, but realistically it's 98, with the boosted stats, definitely do your numbers and you'll definitely experience a lot. So there's 2 spots you can go through here. There's these 2. There's a one right here, and then the other one's right over there. I don't like this spot because of this rock. It's very it's not me. It's very clunky, you know what I mean? So I always go over here, and you can see there's a pier right here. He's doing the same thing. But see, I like this spot because it's more open. Of course you got to be aware of these floor spikes. They can poison you, I think, but they definitely damage you a lot. So, make sure you just gather them up, walk around, gather them up, and all that. Let's just see. I don't think they're part of him, so I like to be respectful, So hopefully, but they do spawn eventually. They like burn on the fire and they spawn. But yeah, this is the way to go. So pot up, do all your things. So what I do is stand right here. So I just mark this tile. It's right in front of this rock. I like this spot because it's it's to me it's the perfect spot. You can go anywhere else around this area. You can sit in this corner right here. You can line them up. But the one thing about chinning and just bursting in general is you got to keep moving. You got to keep colliding them together, let's just say. And so like this right here, let's see, make sure. Sorry, I was lagging. But yeah, you got to keep moving them to make sure they're not stacked up and stuff. So like, say you go right here. Now normally they'll keep spawning right in front of here, and it's just enough space to get most of them. Now once they start spawning, you'll start seeing a difference. So I'll be right back and try to get a group set up for you guys. All right, so we're back. I managed to get a big group. They're starting to spawn more frequently now. So this is pretty much it. I stick in this T-bone position just so I can constantly attack. Make sure you have auto. I turn off to auto retaliate, and just keep making sure they're stacked. Now they keep spawning within this zone, and there will be skeletal monkeys that will spawn in this area, and they'll just walk up like right behind here. So it's a constant train line of them coming through. Now I always attack these because they can get the whole radius. If you attack like one over here, let's see. So if you attack one over here, it won't get this other side. So you want to make sure you get the middle. And yeah, that's it's kind of how it goes. Now for prayers, Eagle Eye and Hawkeye, it's a 5% difference, and I've had prayer drain the shit out of me. Even with my current prayer bonus, which is 16 or 15, it drains. I don't think it's worth it, to be honest. I use Hawkeye. It's much slower. I go by pots so much slower. Just for the 5%, I still get the same amount of XP basically with Hawkeye or Eagle Eye on. So, or you can turn it off too. It's whatever your preference is, whatever your taste is. Remember, being lasting long at the trip is the most important thing. It's whatever up to you. But yeah, Hawkeye, I don't see a difference in my prayer, so I use it a lot, and it shows time remaining. So get Rune Light, it's really convenient. It shows 2 minutes compared to Hawkeye. It's 30-second cut, just for 5%. Screw that, But yeah, so back to like the healing and stuff. So like, yeah, I'm already 41 health. So just if you brought your blowpipe, make sure you can heal that. You know, it does help a lot. But yeah, you know, I got my mage set up, so you know you can just blood burst, and yeah, you're good to go. You know, it's blood burst is extremely convenient just because you know you AoE all of them at the same time. You know, you're already back up there, so yeah, man, that's you know that's pretty much it. You know, that's kind of my how it goes for me, my chinning experience. So let me show you the XP. This might be inaccurate, so it was once I start killing stuff, so let me reset it, matter of fact. But yeah, once that goes up there, I'll kind of, so I'm pretty sure it's tracking my kills for these monkeys, so I don't know if I actually have 700 or not, but you know. Another thing I want to show you, if you're someone bad like me, you know, that dies all the time and just, you know, doesn't look at your screen, if you got like 2 screens, you know, going on, use I don't know if notifier, and if you have rune light, this is a rune light only thing, you go to prayer notification threshold, and these are prayer points. So if you set if this hits 15 prayer points, and say you're off screen, or say you're not clicked on rune light, what will happen is it'll give you a notification that your prayer is low and you got to refill. So that helps a lot for sure. That's something I definitely recommend, you know, if, you know, especially if you have a bad history of dying, you know, here, losing money, that's highly recommended. Also, another tip, with this spot, it pretty much works for, you know, any kind of stacking and bursting. If you pay attention, if you know, have a different client that shows their HP and stuff, you can, if they're almost low, what you can do is like right click it and hit the second NPC, or you know, maybe further down, it'll select the next one, and then they'll happen to have full health. So for some reason, I guess how it works is it stacks the person or the monster with the least amount of health. So whenever you know, because frequently you're gonna have to keep attacking if you don't have auto retaliate on them, but if you do, you know, you're not gonna, it's just going to hit anyone, and it's not going to get the best, you know. So that I like to stay focused on it, you know. So I always right click when I get it like 20 health. If I find another one with full health, you know, just look at the health bars, just right click, hit a second skeleton, and I'll, you know, keep doing that, you know. Of course you got to have a big group, but yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. Now they will eventually aggro off you. So to do this, you don't need a world hop, you don't need to do any of this, you don't gotta, you know, keep tagging them and whatnot. All you gotta do is just run all the way over here. You basically run by this spawn, you go here and then run all the way back. That's it, and you will regain all the aggro on these things. Now of course, if you still have a bunch on you, you know, it's gonna be hard to, you know, kind of lure them around. So just be patient, you know, kind of stand in these corners, the edge, just so you can gather them all up at once, and then they'll come. Yeah, so sometimes they'll come over time. But yeah, that's kind of how it goes. And currently 86 range. So I just want to throw this out there. You know, this is, you know, 86 range. I could be getting much higher XP if I'm like 90. You know, but it's all a learning thing. So hope you guys liked the video. If there's anything that I missed out, or you know, anything that you guys have questions about, you know, please feel free to give me feedback. That's much appreciated. And hopefully, if this guide works out well, I'll do a mage guide. I have been testing out a mage setup for quite some time, you know, with a few set of gear. So maybe further down the road. But I appreciate everyone who's watching, and have a good day.